Morning. Timestamp. It is August 5th, 2025, about 10:15. I have a whining puppy behind me. Probably hear that. So we're going to walk. Yeah, come on, Scrap. Come on. Yep. I can open the door better when you don't stand right in front of me. Yep, that's the door handle. All right, pup's going outside. She's coming. Two of us can kind of stow it. Tanner, you want to come? Yeah, cooking it for you. Old man, no. Okay. Yep, we're in Florida. Humid. Whoa. Woke up to uh, Tom Baker Doctor, and here's some of the bikes that I was talking about. Don't worry, there's more than that. Money hunt. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Okay, not sure what that flyby was. Got a couple of three-wheel bikes over here. 3 or 4. And that whole trailer is full of them. There's probably another 40 or 50 there. Woke up to Mask of Man. They did kind of a Mask of the Red Death tribute in episode 4. It's good stuff. And I noticed a guy. I just laid in bed, which is to say, laid on the couch and watched the whole thing. So I woke up like a couple minutes into episode 1. Hadn't seen the episode in forever, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy it. It's something nice to not having somewhere that I must be. You know, it's been a while since that's taken place, so kind of enjoying it. Finding peace where I can. You know. But I noticed the name in the credits, and I'd seen his name before. I went ahead and looked him up on IMDb a few minutes ago, just because I was curious. Recognize the name and also think it's hilarious. For reasons I will explain. He's a stuntman. Did a fair amount of Doctor Who. Looked him up on, like I said, IMDb. He was a stuntman in Willow, some of the Star Wars movies, Aliens. Apparently, he's not a very big guy. So there's a note on his IMDb file that if you don't know about that website, IMDb, International Movie Database, really great. You can do Wikipedia and stuff like that, but I love IMDb for looking up like actors and directors and stuff. Apparently isn't necessarily a big guy. He actually doubled for Katie Manning and Louise Jameson, who are Joe Grant and Leela, respectively, on occasion. This is the part that tickled me because I'm like, oh my god, that's ironically hilarious. So he's a stunt player. He's apparently a juggler, fight coordinator. His name is Stuart Fell, and he's a stuntman. kind of a limited career field with a name like that. I think his choice was almost ordained, you know. You agree, Tanner? Okay, good. Just tickled me. Absolutely tickled me. All right, fellas, you've had enough time. Come on. It just put a smile on my face. He's English, born in 1942. He's probably retired by now at that point. Last stuff he did was like in 2008, somewhere in there. Figure the guy's in his 80s. I think at a certain point, probably time to look at you, Tanner. I have to admit, there's nothing quite so adorable as a running chihuahua. It's kind of an adorable sight. Okay. Ready? Yeah, that means... Here we go. But yeah, it was nice. Woke up. Doctor Who on the telly. It's an interesting episode. Takes place in 1500s Italy. Evil cult. You know, good stuff. I know, I'm excited too. Alright, Scrappy. Whoa, careful. Tanner, you get a cookie? Yeah. Grabbed that out of my hand and pranced out of the room. Woke up watching Doctor Who. Had this guy in the back of the couch. Half watching, half just hanging out. My Hexadoodle. I love that cat. Oh. Almost got named Ian after the hurricane that was kind of bringing us together. Just turned 3. Pardona. Got a Walmart order coming in. It's actually on its way. Just some basics, nothing crazy. I was informed last night we were out of canned cat food, which normally don't get canned cat food. You know, we keep a little bit on hand for like sick cats and stuff like that. But Tiny's cat Kaiser is 13, 14. He's starting to lose some teeth and stuff, so that and trying to keep Janus fed nicely. Still got to get him in, get that paw looked at. He's a wild man. We tried to wrangle him once before, and I was pretty sure Kelly was going to lose a hand. So I know my dad has got to have welding gloves around here somewhere, because there are certain ways we can take him to the vet. We can either put him in an actual trap, which right now he's luxuriating in a huge dog crate. It's going to be hard to convince him to get into one of the puny little traps. or because they're going to need to sedate him, they said that I could put him in a one of the fabric cat carriers, because then they can kind of push the fabric in to sedate. So welding gloves to make sure hands aren't lost. Insert into cat carrier. Zip it up, run for your life, you know. I don't know. I just woke up with not a complaint, just kind of a overwhelming feeling of peace. I don't know how else to put it. Got some sorting and stuff done last night. Was planning on taking that nap. I was up the next 3 hours because I got involved in a sorting project in the living room. And I make no apologies because I got some stuff done that I had been putting off. But, you know, I've got 60 priority ones over here, so whatever one I'm working on, there's always 59 that I put on hold, right? That's the way it seems. But yeah, putting out a few bikes per garage sale is a good idea, because we have them. Most of them are banged up, missing tires, missing wheels, rusted. But I'm willing to bet some of the handymen in the area, $5 or $10 each. You know, it's a project you can do with your kid. You know, or if you're into that sort of thing and you want to build your own bike kind of from the ground up, this gives you the frame to start with, which I would think would be the hard part. My dad won't be restoring them as he did in days of old. He can't focus long enough to do anything of the sort. So, and he's not coming home. No. Yeah. It's just looking back on the past 2 years. Yeah, I mean, the basic timeline. My parents, my dad had a stroke, mom had a stroke. Everything went sideways with my parents. I quit a full-time job. Pix and I kind of came to the rescue. A few months later, my mom slammed a door in my face and accused me of breaking into their house and robbing the safe, which that didn't take place. She had believed the fantasy that my dad and or the dementia had concocted. So we floundered for a few months, picked up part-time gigs at where I used to work, patched up with my mom, kind of giving you the cliff notes. Continued to watch my dad spiral from a distance. Put money back because we knew what was coming. Working eBay, both of us working part-time at the tree. And then everything went sideways again in January. My mom went in the hospital. My dad started getting even more out of control. Realized that I really need to step in. Went to court. Became my dad's guardian. My mom, in the middle of this, had the audacity to die. Got my dad into a home. 6 out of 6 doctors agreeing that that was the right move. And now I'm camped out in my parents' house with my daughter, and we're attempting to clean up after 80 plus years of hoarding and or 2 or 3 years of unmonitored dementia. That has afflicted a brilliant engineer. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the nutshell. I know 2 years is kind of a long time, but that's a lot happening in that 2 year period. So that's kind of why I feel overwhelmed times that, and just looking around this place and going, my God, what have they done? Because there's just so much stuff. Some of it valuable, some of it garbage. That's probably Walmart. Tanner's one job. And he is a zealot when it comes to doing that one job. Fanatical. Lives for it. Like Teddy and Arsenic and Old Lace and the Yellow Fever victims. That kind of zealous. You can Google that if you haven't seen it. Seen the film version, which was good, and my school did the play many, many years ago. I wasn't in the drama department yet, but they did the play, and they did a good job with it. They did a great job with it. Interestingly, the young man who played the main character, I want to say it was like the Jimmy Stewart role or something. It was like the main character in the film, the hero, went on to become the drama teacher at my school. And the young man who played Teddy is a character who thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. So it's a whole thing. Is now a professional opera singer. I'm still friends with him on Facebook, but he's a professional opera singer. I think he's living in Germany right now. Neat guy. Talented. True story. But yeah, that was kind of a wild tangent, but yeah. Made an impression on me as a young actor, though. That was one of the things that I saw that made me want to do live theater. That the year before, 2 years before, they had done 10 Little Indians, and our school director, drama teacher, built a set. I mean, it was a set. That's what he had gone to school for mainly, was theater design. Brilliant set designs. But it was a Victorian sitting room. There was a French bay window, very luxurious set. Looked good. The acting was quite nice, and I was 11 or 12 watching people that I knew be somebody that they weren't, convincingly. And that was like my first experience with live theater, and I went, I want to do that. That's amazing. Now I went, they did 2 shows. I begged and pleaded, and we went back and saw it the second night too. I saw it both nights because I was just like, I have to see that again. That was amazing. I want to do that again. Please, can we do that again? So I got to see it both times. people that I knew and looked up to, 4 or 5 years older than me, and I'm just watching them become something else on stage. And I was enthralled. A little history on me. And I told my mom that night, I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I did. As often as I could. There's nothing like it. Nothing like live theater. Nothing like it. Both sides of the stage, frankly. Anyway, I have a lot of things to do today. I have a lot of things to do every day, man. It's truly mind-blowing the amount of things I need to get done. So, I actually got a lot of the stuff on that list done. Go me! I'm an achiever. Got like 2 or 3 floating lists of things. As I come up with something, I go, ooh, yeah, I need to. If you were here, you'd understand. I'm actually going to have to make a new list, though, because I've got half the things on this one done and most of the things on that one done. I'm amazing. I'm not Captain Amazing, but I'm amazing. I'm Captain Wolfgang. It's a completely different person. And I do not have Pepsi as a sponsor either. Thank you. Can you believe I lost the endorsement? If you know what I'm talking about, cool. Otherwise, it's fine. It's fine. Alright. I'm going to bring in the Walmart order now that Tanner's done having his aneurysm. And I'm going to, got the coffee pot warming up. I do have a little bit of warm coffee going on here because it was starting to warm up when I poured this. But it's not, damn good coffee and hot. It's just kind of warm. But it is damn good coffee. Even warm. So yeah. Get some hot coffee. I need to reset my list because that'll help keep me on track. Starting my eBay plunge. Need to finish off that table in the dining room. I got a poke at it last night. That was part of what I was doing. I need to finalize that. Start prepping for garage sale on Saturday. Pix isn't coming over today. She's going to be here tomorrow. We're going to go try and see if we don't find any here, which so far we haven't. I would think they would be on the surface of the debris. We haven't found any welding gloves. So, because that's what Kelly wants to be able to extract Janus and put him into fabric carrying case. Because, again, losing hand. He's pretty docile for the most part. But if you try and touch him, you get the so it's like, okay. We understand what you're saying. So, let me get you fixed. Yeah, I think we can become friends, despite the kind of hostility you got going on there. So, try and be productive. Got so much to do, but we're getting so much done too. It's a weird place you find yourself in, You're looking at the mountain, but then you look behind you at the rocks that you pulled, and you're like, no, I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere, Gotta remember that, because otherwise, beats you down. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Marathon, not a sprint. Which is good because I don't really sprint all that well. Kind of not really my thing. I'm more about stamina than I am like speed, you know. Anyway, make it a great day.